Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be painting Barbie from the new movie with gouache. So while I wait for people to join, I'm just going to put my reference onto my iPad and then we'll get started. This is my reference. I already sketched everything out and practiced mixing some colors because I am not good at mixing colors with gouache. If you guys have any ideas for my next lives, please drop them in the comments. Okay, so I'm just going to look for the darkest color because that's what I start with in gouache. Also, I did get some new art supplies. I got these brushes. And I'm so excited to use them for this. And this is really cool. I got a disposable little cup for the paint water. The reason it's already colored in there is because when I was mixing the colors, I had to clean the brushes, but it is expandable, so you push it down and it, as you can see, I'll show you guys at the end. Well, I don't know if I can because I'll have to dump out the water, but I'll try to show you guys at the end. So I'm just gonna start with some black on this drawing, and right now I'm just gonna be using my normal Hemi brushes. I'm not gonna use the new brushes yet. Comment if you can hear me, and comment hi if you can hear me and the chat is working. Okay, it looks like someone commented, so I'm just gonna jump right in. I actually haven't gotten to see the Barbie movie yet. I hope I can soon. Would you guys recommend it if any of you have seen it yet? Comment if you would. Also, if you have any questions about anything in this drawing, you can also comment that. Have any of you guys watched the new Barbie movie? If you have, did you like it? Would you recommend it to other people? This is like my least favorite part of gouache, when I have to do the little dark details like the eyelid and the eyelashes, because I'm always so scared that I'm going to mess up. At least the good thing about gouache is you can usually fix it up pretty easily. I did see the album with the Barbie the album that has a lot of really good songs. I was really excited about that. If you guys have seen it, which is your favorite song in it? I can't really decide, but mine is probably Dance the Night by Dua Lipa, or I think that's what it's called. Something like that. Comment what your favorite is. Okay, now I'm going to add not the darkest part, but the little part, well, you guys can't really see the reference, but I'm going to put a darker, warmer color here and here. And for that, I am going to use one of the new brushes, but I don't know if these are the same exact brush or if they're different. I think one's longer. Comment which one you think I should use. I think I'm gonna go with the smaller one because it's not that big of an area. Did you guys use Barbies as a kid? I did. I didn't really ever do play with them as a kid. I just had a whole bin of them and I mainly just used them to change their outfits and do all of that. I had lots of the Disney princess Barbies. If you guys want me to make a tutorial on how I paint with gouache, comment a pink heart emoji. Okay, looks like someone said they don't use Barbies anymore. Yeah, I don't use them anymore either. I just used them when I was younger. I think I still have the bin and some of the Barbies, even though I don't really use them ever. I wonder if I can make a video kind of themed off of them. This live is probably going to be a little bit longer than the last one if you saw the last one, because the last one was only about an hour and a half long. But this one, since I'm doing gouache takes me a long time normally. So, but that's why I mix the colors early, and I'm gonna try to hurry, but not rush, obviously. I was really excited about the Barbie movie when it came out because it looked really cool, and I heard that Margot Robbie I think that's how you pronounce her name, has to change into 30 different outfits and hairstyles, and I thought that was so cool because I love outfits and fashion and stuff. Anyways, now let's talk about gouache. If you guys have any questions about gouache, drop them in the comments. Have any of you guys tried gouache? It's, I think, one of my favorite mediums. I don't know why, it's just so relaxing to paint with it. Okay, someone asked how do I know where to put the dark colors. I know because on my reference right here, I don't know if all of you guys saw in the beginning, I can see right here is a darker part, right here, probably need to add some right there, right there, right there, except that part isn't in my sketch, right there, so then I could see where I need to add them. You guys can feel free to draw along with me while I paint or paint along. And I think this is actually only my third gouache painting, fourth, I don't know. I got gouache for my birthday, and lately I've been using it a lot more. I think it was a couple days ago that I made the video that came out yesterday of me painting with gouache. If you haven't checked that out, check that out after this live. I think that's all the dark parts. Also, in the last live, some of you guys requested a gradient tutorial since I did a gradient for some of the parts. So I did make a video on that, and that is coming out soon. I'm not sure when because I have my video scheduled ahead, but very soon. If any of you guys were wondering how I do that or want to know how to do a gradient. Okay, yeah, I think that's all for that color. I can always add more later. Maybe I'll add a little bit right here. Yeah, I think my favorite part of Barbies when I was a kid was like their outfits and changing them. I never really like used them like for role play. So far, I like these brushes a lot. Also, sorry if I don't respond to all of your comments because when I have it since last time, I know it was like portrait my phone, but I think it's better to do it like this. But last time it would save like it would show like each of the comments, like questions and stuff. But for some reason, when I do it like this, the comments like disappear after like a few seconds. So you can either like repeat the comment if it's something important. But I try to check as much as possible. Have you guys played any of the Barbie games when you were little? I did have the Dream House game. I did play that a lot. Okay, now I'm officially done with this color, I think. Now I'm going to make a new color. And I usually use this brush for mixing colors. So I think I'm going to add, I don't know if you can see that much of my palette, but I'm going to add some of this color. And then some of the peach. Ooh, looks like it needs more water to be reactivated. And then I'm going to add some of this yellow ochre color. I think that's what it's called. And then I'm going to add more sepia. This is basically how I mix colors. I know most people say you should do the red, yellow, blue method, but that never works for me. I don't know why. I've tried lots of times, but it basically just turns into gray. So if any of you guys have any tips for that, you can also drop that in the live chat. I'm just going to paint this onto here so that I don't waste more paint. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh, this color is basically the same color as the one before. I'll just make these parts darker because I think they do need to be darker. Now I'm gonna do the lips because I still haven't really decided. I can't really think of what color I need to do next because they're all so similar. If you guys have any ideas of where, just tell me where in the picture that color is that I should do next because I usually do darkest to lightest. So just put that in the comments if you have any ideas. Here's the reference again. And while you guys do that, I will color the lips or paint the lips. This is also a very scary part because I feel like I'm gonna mess up if I move the brush one way to the side or down. Again, have any of you guys tried gouache or want to try gouache? Okay. I think I matched the lip color, at least the base lip color close enough. I'm obviously going to add highlights and shading to make it match the picture a little bit better, but we'll just let that dry and stick with that for now. Okay, have any of you guys thought of what is the difference between gouache and paint? Well, gouache is a type of paint, but the difference between gouache and acrylic paint is that acrylic paint cannot be reactivated once it's dry. It's dry, but gouache is kind of like a mix between acrylic paint and watercolors, so you can always reactivate it, but it's not super watery, or you cannot add too much water and it'll be like acrylic paint. Also, I just like the technique of gouache, how the end product looks, how it's kind of like a flat brush technique. Again, if you guys want a video on how I paint with gouache, comment. I would definitely recommend gouache. And it's not that bad for beginners. I think most beginners could use gouache. If you're a beginner at painting, it doesn't, I know some people don't like gouache, but just practice a few times. It doesn't take, at least for me, it didn't take so much practice, but you do wanna, and you don't want to stop because there is always a part in the middle of the drawing where it doesn't look good. But you have to keep adding more until it all starts coming together. And that's the best part. I'm gonna add some red. Also, if you have any other ideas for videos or requests for videos or live streams, put that in the comments. I'm planning on doing live streams once a week on Sundays. Unless I can't do it that day, then I'll just try to make it a different day during the week, or I'll let you guys know. But the goal is to do it once a week on Sundays. And I'm also gonna post long form videos every Saturday. So, how yesterday, there was the gouache video. Next Saturday, there is also another long form video coming out, and I'll obviously do my daily shorts. I'm gonna get some of the paint is starting to dry out a little bit. So stay tuned for my lives and long form videos. And also, lives are like my favorite thing on YouTube. Sometimes I want to do them more than just my weekly, but that's a lot of lives and a lot of planning, so I just do them weekly. Well, starting to do them weekly because this is only my second live on my channel. I have done another live on @Charlotte_web, so if you want to go check that out, you can. Have any of you guys are any of you guys subscribed to @Charlotte_web or know who or seen any of her videos? That would be cool if one of you guys have seen both of us, because we have done a couple collabs together. You can't really get the skin tone. I think I need like orange, because the way the lighting is in the picture. Also, do you guys want more like what I'm doing today of like the little paint with me, draw with me live? Or do you want me to do like how you guys choose my art, that kind of live? Let me know. I don't know why the colors are looking the same. So weird. I think I'm gonna make it more like her. I think I just need to go way lighter, and because I can always add the darker parts after. And then I can blend the lighter main skin tone and the dark color together, and I'll make the mid-tone. But I think I'm gonna, even though I already can see here have this color, which would be perfect ready, I have to, it's like dried out a little bit, and it's not enough. So I'm gonna have to add more. I think what I used was a little bit of this, a little bit of this. Try that. Yeah, I think that's what I used. I think that was it. So we're gonna add a lot because I'm gonna need a lot of this color. Here, I'll put this here so that you guys can see me mixing the colors so that you're not just staring at the drawing. I think that's pretty good. Now I'm gonna add some water. It's also hard for me to mix colors because whenever then I put it on the paper, the color looks like completely different. It's not always that it's like darker or lighter, it's just like different. I don't know why. But I think this color is pretty good. It's like the main color of her skin in this picture. Also, I made some playlists in YouTube. I made it 2, I think, so far. I made a gouache painting playlist, and I made a art challenge playlist. So if you guys just like those videos, go check out one of the playlists. Okay, I think I like the skin tone, and then I'm just gonna add the darker parts after, I guess. So now what I'm going to do is add, here I'll show you guys the palette so that you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to add some of this a little red over here to the corner of this. And I'm just going to basically add colors to this main skin tone to make the other colors. Okay, that's pretty good. I think I'm going to add a little bit of peach to it, and then we'll test it out. Add some water. I think I just need to make more like reddish colors because a lot of this is like red. A lot of the painting or the picture of her. Okay, now I'm going to make that red. Sorry if I missed any comments. Comment if you guys want me to flip it to portrait mode or if you want me to leave it like this. Because if I put it in portrait mode, it'll, at least based on my last live, I'll get to see all of your comments and I'll like keep them there. Well, I'll get to scroll through them. I don't know why it's not doing that this time. Just wait for people to comment. Ooh, that's a dark color. I think I'm gonna try to light. Okay, someone said portrait mode. I'll try that. Someone, yeah, okay. And I think I'm gonna try to lighten up the eyebrow because that is way too dark. Okay, let me see if now, 1 second. Let me just finish this eyebrow and then I'll fix it. Yeah, those eyebrows are way too dark. Let me just like flip it. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to flip it. Does anybody know how to flip the size? Comment if you do. Okay, someone said they actually liked portrait mode better, so I'll stick with that. Just if I don't see a comment, maybe wait a couple of minutes and then you can try repeating it and maybe I'll see it. I'll try to check as much as I can, but I also have to focus on the painting. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit of a reddish color now. Oh, I forgot to add the peach color on the nose. Make sure to add that again. Okay. Now I'm going to make sort of more like that color, but red. Not like a dark red, but like more peachy red. So what I'm going to do is I'll add this red color to the peach. I'm going to try to like emphasize that color a little bit more. Because even though in the actual picture it isn't, sometimes if I emphasize a color, it works better. So hopefully this works. Comment if you have any ideas for other lives. I think this color though is helping a lot. Now I'm going to make a darker version of it. even darker. I think I'm gonna add some of it to the lips. Are any of you guys planning on watching the Barbie movie sometime soon? Or have watched it? Yeah, now it's looking better that I add more red and pink. Even though it's more reddish pink than the actual picture, it looks more like you can tell who it is, and like the lighting looks better even though it's emphasized. I think that's good. Someone just said that they're probably gonna watch it. I hope I can watch it sometime soon. Now I'm gonna use this color right here, and I'm just gonna add the slightest bit of this yellow ochre. I think that's what it's called. Maybe a little bit more because it's kind of dried out. And then I'm gonna add even smaller amount of red. That's good. And a little tiny bit of brown. More red. Now I need more yellow. This is basically how I mix colors. I just keep adding more and more of everything until it looks close enough. Okay, now it's starting to come together a little bit more. So I think since I still don't really know what I'm going to add to this, I think I'm going to need to add the highlight color, but I want to do that last because there's always something I figure out I need before it. So I'm going to just do the hair for now while I think about that, because sometimes the hair will like draw it together. Also, I don't know what I'm gonna do about those eyebrows because it's supposed to be dark brown, but when I put it on the paper it looked black. So I'll just do that last. Now I'm gonna make the darkest part of the hair by adding a little bit of the yellow ochre and a little bit of red. A little more red. Okay. Never done curly hair like this with gouache. And now I'm gonna make more of like a light yellow. So I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow to this. That and some spots. Only a little bit. And now I'm going to make like the really light highlight color by adding white to it. Let's try that. Also comment if you want more of like these gouache videos and live streams. If you like watching the gouache process, it's a weird thing, gouache so many times. Or if you liked the one I did last week where you guys can kind of interact and help me choose which colors I use or choose parts of the drawing. I'm gonna add even more white, and I think I'm gonna add more yellow too. Okay. Yeah, a little bit more yellow, and then I think it'll be good. I'm basically gonna put this like everywhere, and then I'll add the white highlights over it. Because this is like the main blonde color of her hair. So I'll move the sketchbook down so that you guys can see the hair better, since you can't see the top of it that well. I do like these brushes a lot, especially this one. This one I've been using the most for this drawing because I like that this one is a little bit more of like the flat brush that I like than my Humi one, because even though I used to use this all the time, this one is a little bit like thicker. See? I don't know if you guys can really see, but like see how it's more like fluffy and thick, but then this one is more like flat at the top. That's what I like about it. And I like that it's angled because I can move it around and get the angles I want. Now I'm going to add the white highlights. I think for the little curls right here, I'm now going to use this really skinny brush to define them more and to add more of the highlights in the hair, because I feel like the curly part right there, it doesn't really look like curls. It looks like just like a big knot or something. I'm gonna wet the brush. I think I like the other flat brush overall, like not for what it is for, but just like better than this little brush, because it's kind of like, I don't really like how it like bends really easily. It's not as sturdy, but it's still good for like these little details. I feel like it would be easier if it was a little bit shorter. Now it's starting to look better. And I think I'm going to add darker parts to the curls too. Now I'm going to add the dark parts. I think what I'm going to do for that is just add a little bit of brown to this little color over here. Except it's dried out, so I'm going to have to remake it. I'll start with that color. Actually, I think it needs to be even darker. So I'm going to add dark red. Are any of you guys excited for back to school if you guys are in school? I'm excited for school supplies for the first day of school, but I'm not excited, I'm not that excited for school itself again because I love summer. I can't get that right, like reddish, yellowish, brownish color. I'm gonna try to remix it for the hair. Maybe if I just add some of this to some of this. Still looks like brown. Maybe I'll just add red by itself. Or I'll add peach to more water. Yeah, this is better. And then I'm gonna add more of a blondish red. And more white too. And I'm gonna try using, I don't know if this, not this brush. Or maybe actually, I think I'm gonna try using this brush to add because this looks less like flimsy. I'm gonna start with this color. I keep hitting the paintbrush on my little camera holder. Let's try that color. Basically just adding it everywhere because then I'm gonna add the white again. Maybe I'll add a little bit of just yellow. To brighten it up. That looks better. Now I'll add a white. And then I'm gonna add more of this, the brown, the reddish here because I kind of covered it a little bit. And then we'll move on to the glasses. I'm just gonna leave it like that for now and we'll finish the hair later. Now we'll do the glasses. I'm gonna use my bigger brush again. So first I'm gonna add a little bit of black. And then we'll add some of this brown color. It's fine that the shape isn't perfect because when I add white around it, I can fix it. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of like white highlights to it with the smaller brush. So I'm thinking I'm gonna mix it so that's a little bit more like a grayish white. And now I'm gonna try to blend it all together. Okay, that's good. And then let me find my pointy brush. I don't know where it is. Oh, here it is. Okay. Now I'm gonna use this to add the white around it. That's pretty good. And I'm gonna let that dry and then add another layer of white. Okay, now I know I've been holding off the skin for a long time, so now we're gonna go back to the skin. I'm gonna get some peach. Can you guys see the palette? And some white, because we're gonna make that highlight color. And then some gold. Perfect. And I'm gonna add it to the edges. For the nails, I'm just going to add a little bit of pink to this color. Because her nails are a little bit like a whitish pink. I'm gonna do the eyes because I feel like that will also like bring it all together. And for the eyes, I'm gonna use my smaller brush. I think I'm gonna mix some of this blue. Maybe I'll just start with the blue. And then I'll add some like black accents. I still don't know if I should add like a darkish part around the teeth to make it more realistic or not, because I'm scared it's gonna like ruin it or something. So comment if you think I should or not, because I'm not sure. I mean, I can easily fix it, but like, comment if you think I should. So far, no one has commented if I should or not, so I'm just gonna hold that off for now. Now I'm trying to define the drawing a little bit more. Again, sorry if I missed any comments because they disappear within like a few seconds. So you can just re-comment it if you asked anything important or said anything important. I'm trying to add some darker parts because I feel like it needs to be a little bit darker. because I can always add the layer parts over. Do any of you guys still have your Barbies from when you were a kid? If you used them as a kid? I know I have a few, even though I never use them. I have like a bin of them. Maybe I could somehow make a video with them, like, or related. If you guys have any ideas for that, put them in the comments. Now I'm adding the second layer of white. feel like it's too dark in some parts right now. What color should I do the background? Comment with what color I should do, and while I wait for you guys to comment, I'm going to do the black part right here. Can be any color, or comment what mix of colors it should be. I'm thinking either some shade of red, some sort of like a blue, kind of like the color of her eyes, or maybe like like a really light yellow. So comment which one's your favorite and which one I should do, because I can't decide. So it can either be red like the lips, blue like the eyes, or really light yellow. Actually, I don't think the light yellow would look good. But so either like the color of the eyes or the color of her lips. While I wait for you guys to comment, I'm gonna do her top. I'm trying to keep an eye on the comments right now while I'm doing it, but if I miss one, just comment it again. Remember, it can either be blue like her eyes or red like her lips, or if you have some other idea, feel free to comment that. Someone said they like the blue like her eyes. I'm just gonna wait a little bit more. You still have time while I finish painting this part. And if not, if no one else comments, I'll go with the blue. I still need to add a highlight to the eyes, so you guys still have a little bit more time. But I think by the looks of it, I'm gonna go with the blue. Unless we get another color comment that, and then if we have two different ones and that's it, then I will pick. Okay, I didn't see any other comments. Remember, if you didn't hear your comment called, you can put it again. but I don't think anybody else did it, so I'm gonna go with that blue color. So what I'm gonna do for that is mix some teal or pink. Okay, someone said pink. What type of pink? Should we do like, so we can either do the blue, we could do like a Barbie pink, or a light pink. I feel like, I don't know. Maybe we'll do like both kind of. I'll do like some, I'll try something. I'll try doing some like blue, some pink, and then if I don't like how they look together or like one better, then I'll just cover it because I can do that. Okay, now it looks like the comments are starting to stay longer. So that's good. Okay, I'm gonna do like that color, I think. Okay, that's how the blue looks, but I feel like I'm gonna add some pink too. So that's like both. Okay, something's like missing in the background. I don't know what. If you think you know, put it in the comments because I know something's missing, but I can't like figure out what it is. And if you just commented and I didn't say it, comment again, because okay, now I'm checking the comments so you have anything to say. Someone said they like this background, so maybe I'll just stay with that. Oh wait, I forgot I need to add some right there. Okay. I think we are done with this painting. Unless you guys notice anything else or have any other ideas that I should add to it, I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to let it dry and then I'll sign it. These are all the colors I mixed. This is the gouache I use. It's the Humi gouache palette. I really liked the brushes. I didn't use them all because there's a lot. But yeah, this is the drawing one more time. Or the painting. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. Also, make sure, okay, someone said add more pink, so we're gonna pause that right there. And I'll sign off in a second once I add the pink. Okay, I added more pink. I think that's good. Is there anything else before I officially sign off? Last chance. Sorry that my hands keep blocking the camera. This was the reference. This is how the painting turned out. Okay, now we're actually going to sign off. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Also, if you have any other ideas for live streams, long form videos, shorts, make sure to drop them in the comments below. And make sure you stay tuned for my daily shorts, my weekly long form videos on Saturdays, and make sure you tune in on my lives every Sunday from 11 to 12 a.m. Thanks for coming.